What number did we do today on the calendar? You guys remember? Which one was it? What number?
Comes after 7. Comes.
What comes after 7?
Comes.
Hey!
Yeah.
That's very good.
Are you 8 years old?
I'm a little bit more than 8 years old. Just a little.
Vice President Kamala Harris at a New Jersey preschool last week, reminding us she was an aunt and mamala long before she became the nation's second in command. A new book shares the secrets behind Harris's personal and professional successes, from following her mother's example to finding her own North Star as a public servant. Joining me now, Hitha Palepu, author of We're Speaking, The Life Lessons of Kamala Harris. Hitha, I am so excited about this book. Among the things I am excited about, the riff in your title, We're Speaking. Talk to me about how you came to that.
Well, everyone remembers the viral moment from the vice presidential debate last year where Kamala Harris and the candidate said, "Excuse me, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking." And that seemed to be such a seminal moment from that debate that this book does start off with very individual advice, but slowly talks about how bringing your community along with you to end to the last chapter, don't be the last, this is a collective effort. It is not just an individual journey, and we are greater than the individual parts as a sum. So we felt right for the title of this book.
It is very powerful indeed. And you describe Kamala Harris as your, quote, mentor from afar. What does that mean?
Yes. So in a way, I've been writing this book for a very long time. When I began my career in pharmaceutical industry, I was often the only woman in the room, one of the only people of color in the room, and almost always the youngest person in the room. And at the time, I didn't have very many professional role models that had modeled what it was like to be the first, really, of all these things in some really powerful rooms. And I remember I was on a business trip, I was just answering emails, and I see a woman who kind of looks like me walk on a stage, stand at a podium, and talk about the settlement she had negotiated for California homeowners as part of the mortgage settlement crisis. And it was the first time I saw myself in a position of power, and that was at the time Attorney General Kamala Harris. And so from that moment, she did become my mentor from afar. I studied how she speaks, how she negotiates, everything from what she wears, and trying to take my own spin on it to figure out, how do I show up as my most authentic self in rooms that were built for people that weren't like me, and to own my power and to own my voice. And so I had this little worn notebook of Kamala-isms that has since fallen apart and transitioned to an iCloud notebook that has really helped guide me throughout my career. And she is my mentor from afar. And this book really is the compilation of everything I have learned from her, starting from 2012 to today.
Well, to that point, it is part biographical. It is also part tactical. Among the tactics in it, you talk about finding your North Star to guide your decisions. What is the lesson there from Harris?
I think it's not just about having a defined quote that you aspire to, but from that, building a screening criteria of, is this worth my time and my energy to pursue? Is this in service of a much larger goal, or is it a distraction? And then if I am going to do it, how do I do it with every effort and make it a success? And so it is one thing to have a North Star or a guiding quote or principles and values that drive you, but this book also helps you come up with a plan and a screening criteria to make sure you stay focused on what that North Star is.
All right, Hitha Palepu, as always, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Her new book, We're Speaking, The Life Lessons of Kamala Harris, it is out this Tuesday, October 19th.